Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's that time of year that everyone wants to talk about their favourites. So I thought, why not do a favourites video of 2021? I can't believe we're almost at the end of the year. What happened these past 2 years? It's been crazy. I'll try and remember to link everything that I am wearing down below in the description box for you. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to link every single thing that I'm going to mention in this video because that is going to take me a very long time and I might be here until next year. So let's begin. What should we start with? I feel like we should save eyeshadow palettes till the end. There's not many eyeshadow palettes. I want to kind of whiz through this video and not make it too long, but favourites. So some of these things weren't released this year and that's absolutely fine. They're just my favourites of this year. So I'm going to start with something that I really like for my skincare, and it is the Ordinary Niacinamide. Absolutely love this stuff when I remember to put it on just before my moisturiser. It really helps me when I am breaking out or due to break out and I can feel some acne wanting to arrive. I just think it's fantastic stuff. Then, favourite primer has to be the Nyx Marshmallow Primer. I got this when it was on offer because I think this is quite expensive for this size. But I am so glad that I tried this. I did sort of fall for the gimmick of, oh, marshmallows, it'll smell nice, it's pink, it's cute. It really works well for my skin. I do have dry skin, and I always put this on underneath my foundation, and every foundation I use with this, I mean, it just works fantastic. So if you're looking for a primer, you're on the drier skin side, give this one a go. It does smell lovely. The only foundation that I reach for, because I know that I won't have any issues, it's going to last, it's not going to make me look extremely liney and like a patio, it is the Nars Soft Matte Foundation. It is my holy grail. I challenge you to find me a better foundation for my skin than this, because it is love. This is true love. I get it in the shade Mont Blanc, which is light too. I have no idea if it's my actual perfect shade. It's the closest I've ever gotten, to be honest. But considering I am dry skinned, I didn't think I'd like a matte foundation. But wow, this is amazing. I don't even have to powder it down because I'm used to hydrating foundations and luminous because of my dry skin. I constantly had to powder it down, then it defeats the object, and you know, it's that whole foundation issue. But this is absolute perfection. And to put that on, my favourite thing to use is my Coloured Rain Beauty Sponge. I got a set of two. This is the red and there is a green one. I think that one needs washing. These are really soft sponges, really good for applying foundation if you like to use a sponge. However, I have been enjoying recently my new IT Cosmetics brush. It's the Star one, what my lovely friend Nemesis gifted me. Thank you very much. I've been wanting to try this for a long while, but even when I've applied foundation with a brush, I will still go over with a sponge just to make sure that there's no streaks or marks. But yeah, both of these real good. And if I do need to powder, the powder that I will reach for, that I find works for me the best, is the Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass Set and Bake Powder. I think this is in translucent. I always buy translucent if I'm buying powder. It's just easier that way for me. This is really, really nice powder. You get quite a lot. I haven't tried lots and lots of kimchi products, but this is fantastic. I think actually one of my friends, Charlotte, I think she got me onto this because I don't think I would have picked it up otherwise. But every other powder that I've tried, aside from the Jeffree Star one, that is a very good powder, but it's very expensive and you don't get as much. So this is the one that I always reach for. I'm doing this in the weirdest order, so just bear with me. I've just got a lot of stuff in front of me on my desk and I'm just trying to work my way through it bit by bit. I probably should have already done brushes, but I'll do brushes now to get them out of the way. My favourite brush for highlighter at the minute is the Spectrum B08 brush. It's not as... oh, it's soft. Yeah, it's a little bit more densely packed than what I would normally have used before, but actually I'm really enjoying putting highlighter on with this brush. That's fab. For bronzer and blush, I always now use my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH06. I got two and I put some nail polish around one, so I know which one's my blush brush and which one's my bronzer brush. This was totally Make Me Up Mrs. fault because she uses these brushes, said they were fantastic, and then she got confused, so she had to put nail polish around also. These are really good brushes. Then for putting on my eye primer, I always use, I mean, it's a little bit dirty, please don't judge me, I have used it today. It's the BH Cosmetics number 5 brush. I'm not sure you can get this anymore. It's a little fan brush. I'm not sure BH do it on their website anymore. I did try and look for somebody that commented and asked me where I could get it from, and when I tried to look, I couldn't actually find it, which is a bit gutting, but I absolutely love this little fan brush. I think it's fab for just you know, spreading out your eye primer. Other brushes that I've been loving for eyeshadow and blending, I have to mention my Morphe M506. I have 2 of these. I wish I had 10 of them. They are fantastic blending brushes. I didn't really think it mattered that much what tools you use to put eyeshadow on. And then when I stepped up my brush game, my makeup game also stepped up, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know shadows could blend like this. Invest in good brushes, guys, because wow, it made such a difference to my makeup. Also, I've had the pleasure of trying the Peaches and Cream brushes this year. Again, thank you, Nemesis. The PC37 and the PC22 are really, really nice blending brushes. They are a bit thicker and a bit bigger than the Morphe brushes that I've got in my collection. I just think they're fantastic blending brushes. Really, really like Peaches and Cream. Found a new love for these brushes. And of course, I couldn't do the brushes category without mentioning the 7072 brush from P. Louise. It's a flat brush. I mean, if you've been on my channel before, I use this in every single look I do. I mean, even before I get on camera, I'm using this brush to carve out my brows. I love picking up shimmers with this brush. Doesn't always work, but the majority of the time it's really, really good. And also for doing a cut crease, it's very, very precise. So I couldn't be without these brushes in my collection, and I have quite a lot of them now. Brows, okay. I don't really go big on brow products. I would love to buy all Benefit stuff. I used to have the Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil, and the other one. There was the thick one that looks like a triangle, and then the real skinny one. I had both of those, loved them, bought them in a set when they was on offer. Can't keep afford to repurchasing them because I've got an addiction to eyeshadow. So I am having to buy cheaper alternatives. However, I still have some left of my Gimme Brow, Benefit Gimme Brow, which I do use, absolutely love. I've got this in number 4 at the moment. I do have you can't even see that. I do have a number 3 Gimme Brow also in my drawer. I'm not sure which colour suits me best, to be honest. I do quite like the number 4. But nice cheap alternative to Benefit that, I mean, it's not as precise, it's not going to be amazing as the Benefit stuff. Benefit are known for brow stuff. This is the Brow Define Eyebrow Pencil from Makeup Academy, and I'm not sure what shade this is in. Mid brown. Oh, I didn't realise it actually has a sharpener on it. How long have I been using this and I didn't realise there's a sharpener on it? Kerry, honestly, get a grip, man. Yeah, just a nice cheap eyebrow pencil, and obviously it's got a spoolie on the other side. What more could you need? Again, totally random because I probably should have already done this with the skincare type stuff, but what I can't live without, which I've actually just run out of, is the Barry M Lip Rehab Nourishing Lip Mask. This is the best lip mask, lip balm, lip salve, lip stuff I have ever tried. I do actually want to try the P. Louise ones, you know, in the little can. I think they did lemon, peach and watermelon. Would have loved to have tried those. Was trying to be good when I was doing my P. Louise orders, but this is absolutely fantastic. You've got dry lips, you've got issues, you need this. It is beautiful. I have 2 favourite eye bases, one being the Revlon Candid concealer. I mean, it's naughty using a concealer as an eye base, according to Robert Welsh, but I have quite dry eyelids, so it works well on me. It doesn't really break up and it doesn't really crease, and I get mine in 010. So I've used this for quite a long time. It was a recommendation from Make Me Up Misser, and I absolutely love this as an eye base. But an actual eye base is the Beauty Bay eye base, and I get this in number 2, and I've been using it recently and it works quite well, to be honest. I haven't noticed any issues with it so far, so I'm going to continue using it and see if I love it as much as my Revlon Candid. Okay, concealer. I very rarely wear concealer. I don't particularly need ridiculously bright under eyes, and if I put excess product around that area, I'm quite liney, so it's just going to sit in all the creases. But when I do reach for concealer, this is a very old concealer now. It's the Jeffree Star concealer, bought before all the controversy, but I've still got it because it works really, really well, and I got mine in the shade C4, and I just think it's a fantastic product. Okay, for cutting the crease, I think my favourite thing probably has to be the P. Louise base, and this is in Rumour 01. I always dig this out just to, I mean, it always used to be, what was it called? The Cut Crease Canvas by Revolution. That's really good, and I used to get it in white. I always use that. I still really like it, I just never reach for it anymore. But yeah, I'm always going now for the P. Louise base. It just works. And speaking of P. Louise, I can't not mention the paints from P. Louise because I use them every time I do my makeup in my waterline. I've just pulled one random one out. This is just the Acid Rain paint in Ibiza, but this represents all of the paints that I've got in my collection. If you want to see all the paints, they're in my previous video to this one. I absolutely love these. They're so versatile, but mainly I use them in my waterline and they are fantastic for that. We're rattling through this quite well, aren't we? It's okay, it's okay. Things are disappearing off my desk. I'm slowly putting them away as I'm going through them because I like to be neat and tidy. So, liners, water-activated liners. Again, not specifically this colour, but it just represents the Artitude Cosmetics liners, the cake liners. This is in the shade Elevate. It's a gorgeous greeny shimmer. I think they've actually discontinued this one now, but it just represents all of the Artitude Cosmetics cake liners because they are amazing. They don't crack, they're beautiful. You can get shimmery ones. Really, really, really recommend these. Other liners, so for glitter liner, I always like to use the W7 Metal Flash Metallic Glitter Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Iridescent. It is a dupe for a really expensive one that I can't think of right now that I've never owned, but I really like this. I'm sure I picked it up in B&M or something. They have all the different ones, but Iridescent is just beautiful because it's got so many different glitter particles in it, and if I'm lining a cut crease, this is the one that I grab. Black liquid liner, again, thanks to Missa that recommended me the ABH black liquid liner. I think it's just so precise, black, goes on a tree. It's the best one I've used, just hands down. It's easy for me to use and I am not good with black liner. So if I can use it, anybody can. Okay, we'll do blush and bronzer now. So for blush, something I always reach for when, I generally do pick orangey blush over any other shade. This is the Colourpop Blush. It is a gorgeous orangey colour. This is in the shade Foxy. I just really love this. Again, I think this was another present from Nemesis. She's amazing. I have amazing makeup friends. Absolutely love this blush to death. And one that I picked up more recently, but I am gravitating towards a lot, is the Melt. Is it the Duo? It's Buzzkill. They're both blushes and they're sort of shimmery and it's gorgeous, and it was finally back in stock and there was a discount on Beauty Bay. So of course, I now have it. Ooh, ooh, can you see those? Ooh, they're pretty. Bronzer. Absolutely love this. This was a lovely present. It is an Ofra Bronzer and it is in Duo River. I think this is a collaboration with Samantha March, and on one side it is matte and on one side it is shimmery. You can see it's well loved and well used. I use this nearly every time I do my makeup. It is fantastic. I just love it. Bronzers / highlight, Belgian Waffle Palette. Can't not mention this. This is amazing. I can more or less use everything in this if I really, really want to. It's a bit of a stretch with this one and this one, but I don't care. The quality of this is fantastic. It's been well used, it's been well loved. The shimmers are so beautiful, wet looking, gorgeous, glistening, and for the price, you can't go wrong. The bronzers blend out super nicely, look really natural on the skin, not too pigmented unless you go in with a really heavy hand. Absolutely love this palette to death. Also highlighters, also BH Cosmetics, the Aspen palette. Can't not mention this, love it. So many unique shades. If you want a pink highlight, because who doesn't? If you're going to be doing lots of creative, colourful looks like I like to do, and you want an intense highlight, I don't know what this is. I think this is from when I was swatching the blush earlier, just ignore that. But if you want something intense and different and you need a palette that can cater to that, this is the one. Lashes. The thing that I always gravitate towards, because my drawer is filled with them and I'm trying to work my way through them slowly, is the Doll Beauty lashes. So I've just got the Brandy XL ones here, just as to represent Doll Beauty lashes in general. I do think Doll Beauty are a bit awkward on their website, and I don't like to buy from their website because it doesn't make it extremely clear and in your face, or it never used to when I was on there, which ones were mink and which ones were faux mink. Now that's extremely important to me. I don't want to be wearing mink lashes. So when they sell these now on Beauty Bay, it does make it extremely clear in the name. So I like to go on Beauty Bay if I'm going to be looking at Doll Beauty lashes to make absolutely sure that I am not buying mink lashes. We're on to lip stuff. Let's keep up the momentum. So for lip liners, I really like the MUA Makeup Academy lip liners. My favourite one that I reach for all the time is probably TLC because it's just a nice nude. They're extremely long and they last forever. They are just really, really good. But you don't need to pay for a really expensive lip liner when these are so good. My favourite lipstick is the new Melt lipstick in Bezos from the new Mariposas collection, and it is stunning. I am testing this out in one of my videos. It's just a gorgeous colour. I absolutely love it. So that is my favourite lipstick as of now. My favourite liquid lip is also Melt. I love a pooey lip colour, and this is very pooey. It is Melt Golden liquid lipstick. Love the formula, love the colour of this. That is what the doe looks like. Really recommend the Melt liquid lipsticks. And then for gloss, especially if I want to do a nude lip, my favourite gloss that I'll always go to is the NYX Butter Gloss, and it's in the shade Tiramisu. I think it's just real nice to go on top of a nude lip and look a little bit juicy. Again, weird order, should have already done the lash glue when I talked about the lashes. Don't know what is wrong with me today, but my favourite one, now mine is filthy and disgusting, so I'm going to hold it away from the camera, and it is the Velour lash glue, and I need to buy some more, and there's some in my basket on Amazon for £11, and I keep looking at it thinking, oh, I don't really want to pay £11 for the lash glue, but I love this lash glue. It's really, really good, and mine is super old and crusty and probably needs a clean, and there's probably not a lot left. Yeah, you're not going to see it any closer than this. And my favourite mascara that I'm also running out of. I could see a theme here that I don't want to keep repurchasing, but I really, really enjoyed the Maybelline New York Sky High mascara. I know there was a lot of hype about this, so I thought I'll give it a go. I'm sure this was on offer at the same time I got the NYX primer, and I wasn't disappointed. I really like the wand on this. I think it's fantastic. I like wands like this. It's quite a bendable wand, it's small, it's got fine bristles. I really enjoyed that. Okay, we're finally onto palettes, and there's not going to be absolutely loads. But before we actually go into full-on palettes, I just want to talk about some Pastel Roses and Titmouse Cosmetics singles, because I think they're gorgeous. Please just ignore the 3 at the bottom that are from Spectrum. I just needed a magnetic palette to put them in. But this is part of my collection of the Pastel Roses and Titmouse Cosmetics. This shade here is the one that I want to talk about because it is called Kerry. Okay, so if you haven't heard of Titmouse Cosmetics, it's a really small indie brand run by one of my friends, another makeup lover. She is absolutely amazing. She does all sorts of things, as well as personalised or non-personalised little coaster things like this. You can use them as a coaster, or you can use them as a makeup palette for putting on eyeshadow bases or P. Louise paints, things like that. This is also another one from Titmouse. This is the Galaxy one, absolutely gorgeous. These are the bigger ones. I do have some smaller ones also, a small little opal one. And the first one that I bought that has got makeup on it, but because I do use them all the time. They're so handy. But yeah, you need to check out Titmouse Cosmetics if you don't know who they are. Absolutely fantastic. So she started making her own eyeshadows now. She also does sell the Pastel Roses, which are at the top. So yeah, these 4 here are Titmouse, and this is Kerry, and obviously you all need to go out and buy the shade Kerry immediately. It's just the nice thing to do, okay? You're on my channel, come on. But it is absolutely stunning. I can't cope. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that bluey goodness. Then, I've still got Kerry on my hand. I need to get a grip. Okay, the next palette is the Ace Beauté Tropical Vibes. I'm so glad I picked this up, even though it was ridiculously expensive shipping to the UK. I need to do more videos on this. I just need to play with it more in general, because the colour story is literally perfection. My ring light is real annoying. Can you see it? Absolutely gorgeous grunge greens. It's got chartreuses. I do have a video testing this palette out, but I definitely want to play with it some more. I've only used it once and it is in my favourites. Like, that is how good it is. They have changed the formula. I wasn't as in love with the formula when I used my old Oceanic palette. This one is amazing. I'm not sure if it's back in stock yet. Hopefully it will be, because Heather needs to buy it. The next probably won't come as a surprise if you've been on my channel before, and it is the Beauty Bay Wilderness palette. I've done videos on this one also. It is a gorgeous colour story. I love green eyeshadow, if you haven't already guessed by now. Greens, blues, teals, and this is beautiful. A lot of people say it is very similar to the Myrte palette from Melt, and a little bit of Vida. I can definitely do a comparison video if you would like me to, but I know there are some others on YouTube, so I wasn't in a rush to do that. But the shimmers just absolutely stand out, stunning. Mattes, good quality Beauty Bay mattes, as you would expect. I love this palette. And the last palette that I am so glad I've got in my collection, and I really wish I'd bought a backup of because it's limited edition, was the Giant Wolves palette from Odin's Eye. And it's a collab with Annette's Makeup Corner, who I absolutely love watching on YouTube. I think she's fantastic. And this palette is also a dream. I mean, look at the greens at the top. The bottom shade, which is Eternal, is stunning. It is a multi-chrome. I have tested this palette out. If you want to see all the swatches and everything, I have got a video on that. I'm not going to stick my fingers into it again because I need to preserve the precious eyeshadow, because I can't get my hands on another one of these again now that it's gone out of stock. But the depth in here, the shimmers, the quality, Odin's Eye in general, I mean the packaging, they are goals. Another fantastic indie brand. I can't actually think if I have done every category. I was sat thinking beforehand, trying to go through everything that I'd put on and use, and if I've missed anything out, setting spray. Just literally, out the corner of my eye, setting spray. The one that I really like is the Scandinavia setting spray, and I didn't buy this myself. I think I got it in a glossy box, and I'm really glad I did, because I never would have bought it because I wouldn't pay that much for a setting spray, to be fair. But after trying it and seeing how good it is, yeah, I would repurchase, definitely. I've got a tiny bit left in this, but it is a fantastic setting spray. I think that is it. I don't know. I have no idea if I've done every category, but I feel like I rattled through it quite quickly and hopefully didn't keep you around too long. If you could please like this video, give me a comment down below. Let's discuss some of the things that are my favourites. Are they your favourites as well? Do you absolutely hate them, and why? And hopefully, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.